Designing digital hardware often starts as an elegant mathematical equation, but translating pure theory into a physical circuit introduces chaotic real-world limitations. You have to convert theoretical Boolean algebra, a branch of mathematics that uses true and false variables to map logical paths, into a functioning physical network without introducing a single algebraic mistake. When unoptimized, mixed-gate expressions hit the prototyping phase, they inevitably devolve into a tangled web of overlapping jumper wires and crowded silicon components. A mathematically flawless schematic is practically useless if the resulting layout is too dense to accurately build, test, or troubleshoot on the workbench. Relying on a standard mix of basic AND, OR, and NOT gates forces you to purchase, stock, and wire several different types of integrated circuits for a single project. This lack of standardization severely inflates your bill of materials, the comprehensive inventory of physical components needed to manufacture your hardware. Mixing chips also draws excessive power and consumes massive amounts of physical board space. Many engineers turn to online cloud tools to automate their logic optimization, only to encounter severe server latency and risk breaching non-disclosure agreements when their proprietary data transmits over the internet. Modern hardware designers require a localized solution that minimizes complex logic, identifies exact physical components, and secures sensitive schematic data instantly. Prime Tool Hub's 7400 series IC Finder is a logic simplification engine built specifically to bridge the gap between theoretical math and physical silicon. It relies heavily on the concept of the universal gate. A universal logic gate is a specialized format, specifically the NAND or NOR gate, that implements any other logic function entirely on its own, allowing you to build an entire circuit using just one mass-produced chip. The tool's engine automatically applies De Morgan's laws to instantly convert any complex mixed-gate Boolean expression. De Morgan's laws are mathematical theorems used to break solid bars and change logical signs without altering the final truth table output. This invisible mathematical conversion creates a highly optimized logical path consisting exclusively of NAND or NOR operators. By mathematically forcing all logic into this universal gate architecture, designers can standardize their manufacturing process and drastically drive down the cost of physical hardware. Once the software minimizes the equations, the workflow shifts directly to mapping those universal gates to a physical, purchasable microchip. The 7400 series of transistor-transistor logic, or TTL, has been the industry standard for discrete digital circuits since the 1960s. But memorizing the pinout diagrams for dozens of different vintage chips is an unnecessary burden today. The tool functions as an instant hardware reference, automatically cross-referencing your newly simplified logic against its comprehensive integrated circuit database. It immediately identifies the exact physical hardware necessary to build the physical digital schematic. The software generates a precise 14-pin DIP pinout diagram directly on your screen. DIP stands for Dual Inline Package, which is the standard rectangular chip housing with two parallel rows of connecting pins. This explicitly maps out voltage, ground, and all signal inputs before you begin assembly. Because the tool also generates a complete, exportable truth table, an exhaustive mathematical proof of how your circuit will respond to every possible input combination, engineers can mathematically guarantee their physical hardware will function perfectly before they cut a single wire. The most critical operational advantage of the IC Finder is that the entire Logic Studio is engineered to run 100% offline. The software utilizes highly optimized local JavaScript to perform all mathematical conversions directly inside your web browser, bypassing external PHP servers entirely. PHP is a common server-side scripting language used in many online applications that requires constant data transmission. This strict local architecture yields absolute zero latency, allowing complex 5-variable truth tables to generate in milliseconds, regardless of your internet connection. By severing the cloud connection entirely, the tool guarantees ironclad privacy, ensuring your company's proprietary schematics and intellectual property are never exposed to external data leaks. You can take raw, chaotic Boolean algebra, mathematically convert it into universal gates, and map it directly to physical 7400 series hardware. This standardized process permanently eliminates redundant logic paths, keeps hardware budgets exceptionally tight, and prevents tangled breadboard prototyping errors. Stop wasting valuable design hours on manual mathematical conversions and slow cloud-based processors. Visit Prime Tool Hub immediately to streamline your circuit building and deploy your next hardware project faster, completely for free.